Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrutyam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraid Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktiramavati Nashtaki. Hare Krishna. We are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter number 10, titled as Bhagavatam is answer to all the questions. Text number 5. We'll revise, we read this, we read this shloka yesterday, but we'll revise it briefly and then we'll go to text number 6. Avatārānucaritaṁ hareś anuvartinām puṁsām īśa-kathāḥ proktā nānākhyānopabṛṁhitāḥ. Translation. The science of God describes the incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his different activities, together with activities of his great devotees. So in this chapter, 10th chapter, shloka number 1, we read about 10 subject matters of Srimad Bhagavatam. Shukadeva Goswami describes the 10 subject matters to Parikshit Maharaj. So Srimad Bhagavatam has a description of 10 subject matters which are as follows. Atra sarga visargascha sthanam poshanam utaya manvantaresha-anukathā nirodho muktir asya. So 10 subject matters of Srimad Bhagavatam are explained here, and we read that in little detail in previous shlokas. Sarga. Sarga is the primary creation by Lord Vishnu. Then Visarga. Visarga is the secondary creation by Lord Brahma. Sthanam. Position of different planetary system. Poshanam. Protection of every living entity. Utaya. The creative impetus. Manvantarakatha. The changes of Manu, the life of different Manus is described. And then īśa-kathāḥ, which is described in this shloka. īśa-kathāḥ is the history or the science of God. Nirodho muktir asya. Nirodho muktir. Mukti means liberation. Nirodho, going back to home, back to Godhead. And ashraya is the samam bonam. So in this shloka, it is said that the science of God, which is īśa-kathāḥ, it describes the incarnations of Supreme Personality of Godhead. And their devotees. Not only Srimad Bhagavatam not only describes various incarnations of Lord Krishna, but also describes the lives of various devotees. So in the purport yesterday we read that Srila Prabhupada describes about the history of the world. People are usually interested in recording the histories, but they cannot go back to more than 5,000 years ago. But Srimad Bhagavatam describes the history millions of years ago, when Lord Brahma was the only living entity created by Lord Krishna through the Garbhodakshaya, Mahavishnu. So Bhagavad Gita also mentions, Lord Krishna mentions that imam vivashvate yogam proktā avyayam. So Bhagavad Gita also was spoken by Lord Krishna millions of years ago to sun god Vivashvan to Manu to Ikshvaku, like that. So in this way, the science or history of the world, cosmic manifestation, is millions of years old. But somehow or other, people do not understand this. And Srimad Bhagavatam is reminding us about īśa-kathāḥ, the science of Krishna. In the next shloka, Shukdev Goswami is describing the next subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is nirodho. Nirodho means the 10 subject matters, the nirodha is also there. So here Shukdev Goswami is mentioning to Parikshit Maharaj, nirodho asya-anuśayanam ātmanaḥ saha śaktibhiḥ muktir hitvānyathā rūpaṁ sarupena vyavastite. Mukti hitvānyathā rūpaṁ sarupena vyavastite. Which is mentioned here, the translation is the merging of the living entity along with his conditional living tendency with the mystic lying down of Mahavishnu is called the winding up of the cosmic manifestation. Liberation is the permanent situation of the form of living entity after he gives up the changeable gross and material bodies. Prabhupada tries to explain this purport. As we have discussed several times, there are two types of living entities. Most of them are ever liberated, nitya muktas, while some of them are ever conditioned, nitya baddha. The ever conditioned, nitya baddha souls are apt to develop the mentality of lording over the material nature, and therefore the material cosmic creation is manifested to give the ever conditioned souls two kinds of facilities. One facility is that the conditioned souls can act according to his tendency to lord it over the cosmic manifestation. Another facility gives the conditioned soul a chance to go back to Godhead. So after winding up of the cosmic manifestation, most of the conditioned souls merge into existence of Mahavishnu, the personality of Godhead, lying in his mystic slumber, to be created again in the next creation. But some of the conditioned souls who follow the transcendental sound in the form of Vedic literature and are thus able to go back to home, back to Godhead, attain a spiritual and original bodies after quitting the conditional, gross and subtle material bodies. The material conditional bodies develop out of living entities' forgetfulness of their relationship with Godhead. And during the course of the cosmic manifestation, the conditioned souls are given a chance to revive their original status of life with the help of revealed scriptures, so mercifully compiled by the Lord in his different incarnations. Reading or hearing of such transcendental literature helps one become liberated even in the conditional state of material existence. All the Vedic literature aim at devotional service to the personality of Godhead. And as soon as one is fixed upon his point, he at once becomes liberated from the conditioned life. The material gross and subtle forms are simply due to conditioned soul's ignorance. And as soon as he is fixed in the devotional service of the Lord, he becomes eligible to be freed from the conditional state. This devotional service is transcendental attraction for the Supreme on account of his being the source of all pleasing rumors. Everyone is after some pleasure of humor for the enjoyment, but does not know the supreme source of all attractions. Raso vai saha rasam hi evyam labva anandi bhavati. The Vedic hymns inform everyone about the supreme source of all the pleasure. The unlimited fountainhead of all the pleasure is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And one who is fortunate enough to get the information through the transcendental literature like Srimad Bhagavatam becomes permanently liberated to occupy his proper place in the kingdom of Godhead. So, Srila Prabhupada ji is explaining the nirodho shabda here. Nirodho means winding up, after winding up of the cosmic manifestation. तो जीवन में ये पृथ्वी पे या यहाँ पे दो प्रकार के लोग रहते हैं, प्रभुपाद जी कहते हैं। एक है नित्यबद्ध और दूसरे है नित्य मुक्त। जो नित्यबद्ध जीव है वो भौतिक जगत का भोग उठाने की कोशिश करते हैं। शरीर का उपयोग करके उनके मन में इच्छा रहती है कि मैं इसका स्वामी बन जाऊं, मैं इसका मास्टर बन जाऊं, मैं मेरे लिए जितना हो सके करूं। तो इनको नित्यबद्ध कहते हैं। ये नित्यबद्ध जीवों का क्या हाल होता है? तो पुनरपि जन्म पुनरपि मरण के चक्र से बाहर नहीं निकल सकते हैं। और जब भी पृथ्वी का प्रलय हो जाता है, वाइंडिंग अप, निरोध यानी कि जब सतयुग त्रेतायुग त्रेता द्वापर कली ऐसे 1000 साइकिल होने के बाद जब पूरा विश्व पूरा सब कुछ खत्म हो जाता है, तभी ये जो नित्यबद्ध जीव है वो भगवान महाविष्णु में समा जाते हैं। और वापस जब भी दूसरा क्रिएशन होता है तो ये जीव वापस उनको दूसरा शरीर मिलता है और वापस वो योनि में से पसार होते रहते हैं। लेकिन जो नित्य मुक्त जीव है, जैसे कि हमारे प्रभुपाद जी है, ये नित्य मुक्त जीव है, इनको भगवान की सेवा में ही इनका जीवन समर्पित रहता है। और उन्होंने भागवतम भगवद गीता से ज्ञान प्राप्त करके अपना जीवन भगवान की सेवा में समर्पित किया है। तो ऐसे जीव जब वो शरीर छोड़ते हैं तो उनको कोई भी प्रकार का भौतिक अट्रैक्शन नहीं रहता है। तो देखिए, भगवान की अगर सेवा करनी है एक मन से तो भौतिक इच्छाएं कम होनी चाहिए, तो ही भगवान की सेवा ठीक से होती है। तो ऐसे नित्य मुक्त जीव जिनकी कोई भौतिक इच्छाएं नहीं है, वो जब ये प्रलय होता है, निरोध होता है, तभी ये अपने भगवान के धाम चले जाते हैं। बैक टू होम, बैक टू गॉड, भगवान के धाम। उनको वहाँ पे वापस फिर जन्म लेने के लिए यहाँ पे आना नहीं पड़ता है। तो इसकी बात यहाँ पे प्रभुपाद जी समझा रहे हैं। इसमें आप देखेंगे तो ये जो श्लोक है ये प्रभुपाद जी बहुत बार उनके लेक्चर्स में भी कोट करते हैं। और ये यहाँ पे जहाँ लास्ट की 2 लाइन है, मुक्ति हित्वान्यथā rūpaṁ स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। मुक्ति यानी लिबरेशन, हित्वा गिविंग अप, अन्यथा अदरवाइज, रूपम फॉर्म, स्वरूपेण कंस्टिट्यूशनल, व्यवस्थिति परमानेंट सिचुएशन। तो आप जब भगवान के धाम में जाते हैं तो परमानेंट सिचुएशन में आप आ जाते हैं, फिर वहाँ से आपको वापस जन्म लेना नहीं पड़ता है, शरीर बदलने की जरूरत नहीं है। यहाँ पे इसको विश्राम देंगे और फिर कल वापस पढ़ेंगे। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि।